Calling all lesbians. Are you out there? Come in, lesbians. Do you hear me? Do you receive me? Lesbians, come in. Hit the like button if you are a lesbian. I am here for you. I'm taking the piss because I've been asking the divine, what am I doing today? You want me to do a reading? And all I keep getting is a lesbian reading. I've never done a lesbian reading in my life. Why would I do a lesbian reading? Who does lesbian readings? Are they even a thing? We're going to find out, and we're going to do it together because someone is asking for a lesbian reading. I've received you, okay? Stop stressing. Lesbians need spiritual guidance, okay? I hear you. It's fine. Stop panicking. I'm here now. Chill. Hit the like, subscribe. We are LGBTQ plus advocates over here. And if you are a lesbian, it's fine. I got you. We're going to dive in. You need some questions answered. This may be deep. And you may be salty about it because I'm very opinionated and I wear my heart on my sleeve about all communities. I don't care what community you come from. And I don't care if you're under the umbrella and LGBTQ. If I've got an opinion, I will say it. Right? I'm obnoxious. Because I am a real believer in the non-binary, that's why. So I think I'm better than the rest. You know how we do. There's always someone under the umbrella hating on someone else under the umbrella. Do not start me off. Are we having umbrella beef today? I'm going to need to do a gay reading after this, just to respect the gays as well, not to offend the lesbians. God, we're going to have to go through every single LGBTQ element now, aren't we? Oh my God, whoever suggested this is great. Because I haven't done any LGBTQ advocacy in a very long time. I've been in the back end building technology, working incredibly hard on personal projects, and LGBTQ has not been on the list. But they are getting absolutely fucking pelted in the press. Specifically trans, specifically the sex versus biology debate. Gender, sex, biology. Are you a man? Are you a woman? The Supreme Court said no. Chaos. Such devastation for the trans community. We're going to dive in today. I live for this shit. We're going to debate queer ideology. We do have queer education, actually, on the School of Hermitology. I'll link it here. It's only a little infographic, but there is more stuff to come out. And a lot of stuff I've done in the past that I haven't really put out to the press. And I actually do have a full-blown tarot. Actually, oracle deck. It's not tarot, it's oracle. It's the LGBTQ oracle deck. It's really sexy. It's got every flag in it. It's got every fucking terminology from LGBTQ community. All the like demisexual, demi-boy, demi-girl, trans, non-bi. It's got everything in it. It's a massive, massive deck. It hasn't even made its way to final stages of production yet, but it's built. It's all designed. It's all developed. It's all locked in the bunker. So let's dive in. I don't know why you've brought me here. I don't know what you want to know. Hit the like if you are grateful for this content, though, because my goodness. We're going to do a playlist, okay? I'm going to do a transgender reading. I'm going to do a gay reading. I'm going to do loads of different readings. Just to see where we're at as a collective as well. I think it will be nice for me. Because what I love most about these readings, although we might not be reaching a mass audience, what's sexy about it is we go on a journey and we start talking about the concepts and the relationships and the struggles and the things that we've been through in these different communities. And all these letters have evolved for different reasons, yeah? Bisexuals are very different to lesbians, as are gays. That sounds naive to say that, but it's true. And a lot of people don't know about this stuff, and a lot of people don't understand what you go through independently in your under your own unique letters. And most of the time, if you're not from the left, you can't even speak on these letters. If you're from the right, which I frequently like to stay grounded between the left and the right and not choose sides, but when I'm in a right-dominated field, I feel like LGBTQ and even the mention of the umbrella or the flag is such an insult. And you're going to get pelted with rotten tomatoes. You're going to get kicked out of the fucking boardroom. Don't even address it. So much limitation, especially nowadays with the far right, you know? So, worth acknowledging that as well. We probably should do religion readings as well then, shouldn't we? Should I be doing Christian readings? Fucking hell, the Christian's going to go bananas and burn me at the stake. Buddhist reading? Hindu reading? Muslim reading? Sorry, Allah. So, there's so much but some Muslims do read tarot. Some people believe in Islam and still read tarot. So I'm going to do that because these are basic concepts I believe in and ground all the time. So we're going to do an LGBTQ reading selection playlist, but it's going to be educational as well, as we'll talk and teach and learn as we go. And then we'll do that with different religions as well and see what the cards have to say about all these aspects of life. Use the cards as a storytelling narrative, which would be really nice, okay? So let's dive into you though, because the lesbians are the one that pulled up first and made the request. And that is what is beautiful about lesbians. It's the feminism movement of I'm going to stand in my truth and I'm going to be who I am and I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm a female in my power, you know. There's a lot I want to say and I'm being torn with how honest do I really feel I can be when it comes to this community, because I don't want people to be all bitter and resentful and pissed at me for telling the truth, because there is this element that we're going to work through today together, and I think this is important for anyone that may be coming out. I think it's also important for anyone who is potentially dating someone who's bi-curious, who's unsure, who's not out yet to their family and friends and to the wider world, quite shrouded in this lesbian bubble or this same-sex relationship where they can't branch out any further. And there's a lot I've learned personally on the journey, yeah? And I don't want to be judgy, but I want to be honest. And once again, I don't give a fuck who you are and what your label is. I treat you all equally and there is no judgment or hatred toward anyone. I love everyone. So just because, and this is what we must get rid of in the community, in every community, just because you're a certain way and you feel oppressed and you're insecure or worried about it, don't expect other people to comfort you. I'm not going to go around and comfort anyone else, because mollycoddling someone doesn't cure the issue. It doesn't remove the problem. Yeah? I identified as non-binary for a while when I first discovered my yin and yang and the power inside of me as masculine and feminine energy, simply a divine spiritual journey I was on through shamanism. Now I look at non-binary as a belief system, very unique. I'm not trying to be man or other. I'm a female, born female, always have been, but the controversy surrounding me, the abuse, the negativity, the hatred, the contempt, the disrespect, the disgrace, the undermining, that surrounded me because of just that non-binary label was horrendous. People that you've known all your life, that you expect to know you and hear you, when you tell them, I'm just energy, shitting on your face, looking at you like, yuck. Disrespect. So I get it. But I'm grateful for everyone who showed up and showed out with that dirty bad mind vibration, because it taught me, stay the fuck away from me, because I'm not changed in one bit and I'm not changing in one bit. But the fact that you're showing up and being hateful like that and judgmental and looking down on me, you can never be anyone who deserves to be in my life, ever. And when I'm weak and low and stressed and going through my own psychological warfare, you want to put spiritual warfare on my back? You want to tear me down and make me feel less than? You want to chat shit about me behind my back? Yeah, that's what happens when you're part of the community and under the umbrella. So no, I'm not going to lick arse and cuddle anyone under the umbrella, because it ain't cute here, colourful or not. It's fucked up. So I speak with fucking grit about it, because it's not nice. And people always expect you to be this way. If you're non-binary, then that means what? You're transitioning? Are you going to be trans? Are you going to do this? Are you going to get a dick? What are you going to do here? What are you going to do there? Oh, that means you like girls. Do you like boys? Are you a lesbian? If you're trans and then you get with a girl, but you're really a man, does it mean this? Fuck off. How about that? How about everyone fuck off and let me breathe and let me be me? And that's a tale of two halves, because there's this element when we transition and change. And when I say transition in this reading today, I'm talking specifically about a transition from what's normal. Because if you transition from straight to bi, that's a transition. You transition from bi to lesbian, that's a transition. Transition from boy to girl, left to right, Labour to Conservative, Republican to fucking Democrat. It's all a fucking transition. You've got a promotion, transition. You have a kid, now you're a mother, transition. There's all different ways to transition. So I like to take things out of just this one box. Sometimes people really hone in on these communities, like the community is the only thing in the world to keep you safe. And I don't believe that. And you can bitch and moan in the comments and have your opinion, but there's got to be more liberation. Because what I see in the LGBT community more than anything else is when we hold so tightly onto the community to liberate us, we're bound. We're bound to a certain way of being. And in certain instances, there are collectives and individuals, groups of young women that grow up and choose to be bi or lesbian because that was the fad or the trend in that community. Everyone here is a lesbian, and we made a lesbian pact, like Mean Girls and the Burn Book. We all created our own flags and drew it, and there was this like leading, the mean girl of the clique was a lesbian, and she encouraged us all to be lesbians too, and she said we all had to join in and scissor on the weekends. So now we're the scissor sisters. Like, it's that deep sometimes, especially in the spiritual community as well, because not only does it become a covenant where all the girls get together, but when there's LGBTQ and lesbianism infused into that metrics, along with nudity and naturist ideologies, then it is a scissor sister cult that we sometimes create. Yeah? I don't know who I'm connecting with, and I'm being quite honest today about the aspects of this, but there's got to be healthy balance. And what I've learned growing up as well is there is this normality that is more present now than ever, but as you grow up, and you are sexually motivated and driven, and girls are having sleepovers from young ages. I've gone to sleepovers from primary school and with girls, and the girls are kissing each other. And I'm like, no, thank you, I don't want to do that. And then I've got older and been in other sleepovers and girls are kissing each other, and they're offended that I don't want to kiss. And there's nothing worse as well than being confident and comfortable in your straight skin. Lesbians out there, receive me whilst I got you on the fucking line. Don't pressure me. Yeah, if I'm comfortable being straight and I prefer men and I prefer dick, cock included, thank you, penis is a preference here. Please don't judge me, and don't be annoyed that I don't want to join the scissor sister cult. And don't shun me, or I've been banished from the community because I don't want to scissor every Sunday night over rosé. It's not for me. I'm so sorry, and I'm glad. Thank God this is happening. I feel free. I feel like God has just blessed me. Woo! Liberation. I needed to get that off my chest. Because I felt like hatred was brewing. Because sometimes you feel pressured to fit in. You know? So let's look at the polarity of that, because everyone's like, oh, I feel pressured. A lot of lesbians will be like, I feel pressured to be straight. All my friends are straight. Like, the era as a millennial growing up, everyone's straight. And if you're a lesbian in a straight community, it's awful. But in today's society, or at least the circles I've evolved into, where I'm free-spirited and open-minded, it's kind of like, my God, everyone's pressuring me to be lesbian. Everyone expects lesbian from me, and everyone's just looking at my tits like, please, can I have some? I would love to try your milk. And that's what it feels like. And I feel like sometimes in those environments, you feel like a sexual object. And women can sometimes be worse as sexual predators than men, because they can get away with it easier. So they'll oogle at your tits and oogle at you and just be like, oh, I'm bi, oh, we're just friends, oh, I would just love to stroke your nipple a little bit and make you hard, and I want to see your hard nipples, and oh, I would love to scissor, and oh, let me just eat you out. I would like, and these cultures that evolve. And there's also these behaviours that I think are absolutely unacceptable. Cheating is cheating. Because you and your friends for the last decade have been eating each other's pussy after nights out and scissoring in your free time, because that's how you get down and you're horny and you're comfortable with each other in that way. No offence, we're going to get to the reading, but let's clear this shit up. It doesn't make it okay to then get into a relationship and have a partner, a spouse, a husband, a lover, and then You're cheating on your partner, but you won't consider it cheating because you're only bi, or they're just really your friend, or you've been scissoring them since high school. It's fine. We always eat each other's pussy after a night out. It's not a big deal. My boyfriend will never know. It's not right. I'm sorry, it's not. And there's that kind of culture where there's this high population of women that are not even lesbians, but are thirsty for orgasm. And will go wherever they can get it. And I find that incredibly unattractive. And that is my gripe. So now let's move on to the lesbians that we're here to talk about today. Because the first card out is the rabbit. So normally the rabbit is talking about nerves, but I'm looking at a bullet. I'm looking at a rabbit. I'm looking at a sex toy. I'm looking at someone who is not sexually fulfilled and wants to move towards women because they feel it's more of a safe passage. I feel someone genuinely unfulfilled by man, penis. And I feel like they don't know how to have that conversation, and they've been looking for a long time at women and being fulfilled by women sexually. Someone observing that they are more wet and fulfilled by a woman or by a bullet and masturbation and thought than they are by a man. I see someone waiting and holding off on a relationship, potentially with a Leo, or you could be a Leo, because the lion's coming out. And at the end of the day, someone is not fulfilled sexually. They are very powerful feminine, and I think you're going to start talking up about this. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's so much difference. I'm going to have to bring out that that oracle deck, the LGBTQ one. I'll start pulling that together and getting that into production. And I could do it on. There's a lot I can do. We'll work on that. Let me know if you would like something like that in the comments, and you'll be interested in something like that. I am going to start getting a lot of these products on the front line eventually. There's only so much I can do. Where do we go here? Because it's making me want to talk about me a little bit more. And in regards to being demisexual. Now, I identify as demisexual and I identify as sapiosexual. That's it. Everything else is conjecture to me. It doesn't matter. I'm demi, that's emotional, and sapo, that's intellectual. For me, I need emotional intimacy and I need intelligence. If you are intelligent, not even emotionally intelligent, because I'm emotionally intelligent enough, but someone who is well spoken and can communicate incredibly well about their emotions, plus someone who is genuinely intelligent, sexy as AF. I can be wet and dripping over intelligent conversation. And I like masculine. That's period. Men are my preference. I love man. I love man physique. I love man body. I love man penis. I love man private parts. They are indeed my favourite things. It is important. It's taken me a long time to know this as well. Because I don't just like man for the physique, but I do love what a man exudes, and I feel like what a man exudes, a female cannot exude for me, ever. And I'm attracted to the man vibration, what a man genuinely exudes. It's incredibly sexy to me. I'm a very powerful and somewhat more masculine, dominating female. I'm a serious dom, yeah? So I have a lot of love, but I also am very submissive as well with my sexuality. So I could have a very submissive masculine who I dominate on one side of the tail, but I also do like a really, really dominant man who I could be submissive to, because they are two extremities of my personality, and I'm quite, if you know me, you know I do a lot of research on the spectrum from the left to the right, far left to the far right, and I'm always studying what it means to be a medium, versus a median split, being in the middle between two polarizing constructs of existence, right? The dimensions that we all travel through, the light and the dark, the 1 to the 7, yeah, are flow state, if we can call it that. So I love relationships where there's a part of me that can be really, really submissive to a man, and then part of me that can be really, really dominant with a man too. And that's hard to find someone who's quite yin and yang and really in their feminine and masculine like you, who's fluid enough to also be confident with both of those aspects. Because if a man's going to be really manly and dominating with me, I find that really, really attractive, really, really sexy. But in the same way, I don't want that to strip away from my power. And I don't want to be undermined unless it's in a really saucy, playful way that is consensual and fun and role play characterized. But I also like to be really, really submissive. I'm very emotional. I've been through a lot emotionally and suffered a lot of emotional abuse. So moments where I can surrender and be that vulnerable, emotional version of self, and nourish my inner child in a relationship where I feel safe to be that more innocent, wounded feminine when I need to be, because wounded feminine and divine feminine are never incomplete. Like yin and yang, there are ups and downs. We all have moments where life's good and life's not so good, and we're having a bad day or a good day. So the ability to bounce off someone with the polarities of that vibration is really, really nice. So I share all of that with you guys today because we're looking at your energy and we're looking at you really finally awakening to what you enjoy. Yeah, and I think you're going to start talking about that a lot more, and you're really, really happy to talk about the stuff that you're into. I will talk about I'm just out there. I will talk about masturbation. I will talk about things that I do like in relationships and things that I don't like. I've got no problem in talking about any gender or anything, and it takes time, and you've got to be in the right environments to do that. So keep finding safe spaces where you can go and talk about the journey that you're on and be around people more like you, you know? And be safe to own that. And if anyone else makes you feel like you clam up or your chest gets tight or your throat's closing and you can't speak on who you are, then they're not meant to be in your life. Yeah? And what I've learned as well, and this is really important for the journey, is I've been working on some really serious PTSD. It has crippled me in major, major ways after losing a lot of family member and losing my home and losing everything I had. And the trauma of that related to my non-binary belief system and losing everyone around me as a result of who I was becoming and what I was finding out about me was just devastating. And as a result, I was going through cycles and cycles of PTSD. I still have moments now where there are triggers around me and they're actual people or actual events and reminders that will just crop up. I can have a dream or a nightmare that will trigger me back to a really dark place. I could think about somebody that used to be really close to me, that used to be a family member or friend, that just even the thought of them triggers trauma inside of me. Now, a counsellor or a therapist, psychodynamic counsellor, could go, okay, you need to address that. We've got to work on that and heal that. And another professional, clinician, could go, okay, well, we need to remove that out of your life and keep you safe and stable for as long as possible. So it's about understanding what does or doesn't work for you and where the tide turns. Because the question here is about your preferences now and your sexuality and how you identify. And I guess some of you are on social media apps, I want to say dating apps, or going out there. And I think you're worried about what you're going to say to maybe your friends or anyone you date, or are you going to be outrightly a lesbian? Are you going to change your preference on your apps to go women only? Yeah, I think someone is hovering between the bisexual lane and still dating men, or even being in a relationship with a man now. Someone I'm connecting with, you still been dating a man, dating your ex, seeing someone, you don't like them. You don't want to be with them. You want to move the men totally out of your way. I think even when you go on a date with a man, you feel more traumatized, and it brings up trauma inside of you that you're not enjoying and that you don't like. Whereas when you go on a date with a woman, you feel very different. You see the difference in you. You're more filled sexually and energetically by a woman. So you're being asked to wait a little bit, pause. Get yourself together. There's nothing worse. And this is my pet peeve in these kind of communities, is just diving in and, oh, I'm a lesbian now, I'm so cool, I'm this person. Just take your time. The best thing anyone could ever do for themselves in life is find out who they are first. Time is on your side when you are taking time for yourself, okay? Time is always on your side when you are taking time for yourself. Working on you, healing you, learning what you like, learning what you need. That's what makes the difference here. There's a beautiful, passionate new beginning awaiting you. You haven't come out yet from what I can see. You may have a daughter. Cute. Really, really cute, right? Because in my head, I get a vision of this really, really gorgeous woman with a young daughter, and a little bit of you is holding back because you're worried about, what do I tell my little girl? What do I tell my little girl about being a lesbian? And I've never had that conversation with her. She's never seen me with a woman like that. How do I now tell her that I'm interested in women, and how do I raise her to be open and receptive of that? Because she, from what I know, all her life sees relationships as man and woman, and that's what she's known. Someone could have also gone through domestic violence and abuse, and is in the place of never wanting to go next to man again because of that, traumatized by men and abusive masculine relationships. I worry a lot about that as well, and a lot of lesbians, and this is a massive conversation in the LGBTQ community, and I like to think we'll be able to speak about it in the future a lot more, and from a research standpoint as well, and start getting our hands dirty and get stuck into the psycho social aspects of what it means to be traumatized by a man, and move into the lesbian safe space. Because lesbianism, I'm throwing out words, feel free to bash me in the comments, whatever, this is my experience and how I talk, but I'm a researcher, so just let me live, okay? I'm ethnographically living my best life. So lesbianism, to a certain degree, stems from a specific percentile. Don't hate me for speaking the truth. Go and do your own background research. From a select group that is quite dominant, where abuse from a man triggered by masculine trauma has moved women away from man. Yeah? And for me, what's really, really important for me, and what I pray for, because we still need to make babies on this planet, and promote procreation, is that we can improve trauma to the masculine. Not preventing lesbianism, because lesbianism is a beautiful thing. Even the word lesbianism feels insulting, but this is what we do in research. We use these kind of terms, right? But being a lesbian is a beautiful thing. I love lesbian porn. Is that offensive, or I sound like a masculine? That's what a masculine would say. No, but I do. I like female-friendly porn and lesbian porn. It's comfortable, and I know how a woman's body parts work. So watching women in the moment is fulfilling, because I know what that feels like. I don't know what it feels like to bust a nut from a masculine standpoint, because I've never seen it, but I know what it feels like to squirt. So if I watch someone squirt, and I get it. So I watch someone getting their nipples stimulated, I get it, because I know that feeling. I can do that too. Yeah? So that's how I receive, and how receptive I am. But I'm not going to go into I want to start talking about hardcore and my favourite porn sites and all the stuff I love. And I would normally direct you to my hashtag glory hole of porn, but it's been stripped down from Twitter. So we can't do anything about that. I'm sorry, guys. We'll work on bringing something over to Hermitology when I can get some clear legal age restrictions on the accounts. And Actually, the whole website needs to get an upgrade in major ways, but I'm working on how to best do that across departments, because hermitology.me is just a really ground zero place for me as a researcher and philosopher to birth. That was about me grounding myself and my research in founding me online through transparency, but that isn't the business website says it should be. So we've got much more to do in the future, which is awesome as well. But you're in a reclining pose now, and I want to talk about that. Someone's got to talk about what they've walked away from, why you've walked away from the life that you walked away from. This could be coming out on social media in a relationship. This could be telling your mum or dad. This is a tower moment, because you've been lying to someone about your status. You've been in pride and ego, and you've been keeping secrets, even though you've got a new beginning. You feel like people are going to see it as toxic, so you've held off on speaking about this love that you have. But the moment that you speak on this love that you have, and you own that you are a lesbian, I'm a lesbian, you know, you own that narrative, the liberation in you is empowering. You're going to rock it and soar. Your life's going to change in major ways. I think you've got a collective, a community on social media. I don't know how recognised you are on socials, but if you really are, I see it flourishing and it's spiralling out. There's a lot of people out there that will look to you for support. Yeah? Once again, you could be a mother of Pentacles coming out. You could have 3 kids, now I see. 4 kids, a young daughter. You could have a daughter who's a lesbian as well. Different to the story I said earlier, that was a very different kind of female energy of a mother who was really shy about opening her child up to the lesbian world, and worrying that she could distort her child's unique journey of what it means to be in love, you know, and stripping the ideology of her ever having a husband. That was one mother's worry over here, or worry. But another mother here who's got maybe a young trans kid who's already come out as lesbian or gay or non-binary or queer over here, yeah. And then we've also got another mother who's like a massive LGBTQ icon in a certain community as well, really recognised. I don't know if it's rude to say really recognised queer, but you are. Like, you're really out as well. I wouldn't say you're butch, right? Oh, okay. There's so many different labels as well. So you're definitely not butch, but you're definitely not like femme. You're not like stud or femme. You're kind of somewhere in between, but you're really powerful with it. Really, really gorgeous, and you do a lot for a lot of people, and a lot of people look to you. You're a massive beacon in the community for what you do, but it's not even like the LGBT community that you're in. I think like it's a mother's network or something. You're really cool shit that you do. Really, really cool. Really nice. Oh, lovely. Yeah, and it's about protecting your children. Once again, I'm grateful that we're doing this. It's so interesting because it's about protecting children as well. It's about protecting your children and letting your children be who they are. There's so much going on in the community, guys, right now. When it comes to children, and when it comes to the reputation and the way that everyone views children coming from same-sex relation. If you're under the umbrella and there's children under the umbrella with you, the awfulness that is just thrown at you as well. Like, if you're trans, supposedly you're a paedophile and you're sick and you're mentally fucking ill. Anyone who's anything under the umbrella is nothing but a bucket load of mental illness. It's shocking. It's devastating. It hurts. It tears you down. It breaks you. Because I went on the non-binary journey, and I'll say I'll be obnoxious about it, because I feel like it's that's rude. I'm not even going to say it. For me, it felt harder because I was being not only questioned about my sexuality, which is the case within gay and lesbian dynamics, but now we're looking at your gender and your biology, and we're stripping you away as a human because you're speaking on your identity of man and woman, whereas sexual preference is the gay and lesbian thing, yeah? They're the pioneers, the O1s, the original trailblazers of something different. That was also deemed mental health back in the day. Being gay was a crime. In some places, sorry, who am I kidding? Being gay is still a fucking crime in certain places in the world. You can get murdered for it, stoned for it, death penalty for it. You know? But in the West, it wasn't also a crime as well. Only recently some of this stuff's got abolished. And now that fine, we'll accept the gays, you can get married. Fine, we'll accept the lesbians, you can get married. But wait, trans? Wait, non-binary? Oh, get the fuck out of here. You lot all need to be burnt at the stake. Horrendous you are. You know? That's how it is. And as a fucking psychic medium, I've already traumatised by the amount of times I've already been burnt at the stake. I didn't come back to this lifetime to be fucking burnt again. So I believe in the non-binary. Let me fucking live. And it's taken me a long time to even process where I stand. Because I am female and I always will be. But I believe in the non-binary. I understand energy. This is the story I always tell, the thing that I always share. And it's really, really important to me to get this message out there. I am clairvoyant. I see past and loved ones from the other side. I do mediumship. I am a psychic medium. When I do mediumship, and a spirit is coming through to me, I can feel masculine vibration versus feminine vibration. Possession is a real thing. Like you see all those dark horror movies when you get possessed by spirit. That happens. Jinn is a real thing. Dark and light jinn is a thing. Or either way, yeah, dark and light jinn is a thing. Dark jinn, dark possession will take over your body. Either way, the spirits that take over your body and the evil shit that happens on the dark side of the spectrum, sometimes they come with a masculine demon or a feminine angel. I can connect with my grandparents. When my Jamaican granddad comes through, he feels different when he's close to me compared to when my English grandma comes towards me, my nan. She feels different. And I feel them differently. And sometimes when I do readings with people I've never met before in my life, and I pick up on their family member, I know that I'm connecting with your uncle who is a masculine, because I feel the masculine energy. And then actually there's a grandma here, and she is feminine, because I can feel the difference. Because I can feel feminine energy and masculine energy are two different energies that are showing up. And both of them penetrate me at times. Both of them come together and talk to me and give me information to give to the recipient. So I would be really, really naive and really, really ignorant and really, really distorted to ignore that. So I believe in the non-binary. I know that there are masculine and feminine energies in the ether, and I know that they rub up on us in different ways. I also know that we all have X and Y chromosomes, and that we cannot be made without man and woman combined. So although I am indeed female, I am made of particles, and I am a spiritual being, and that includes yin and yang. And that is way beyond any gender biological construct or rigid ignorant conversation about penis or vagina or transitioning. So the best thing to do is learn. It's taken me a long time to explain that speech to you and without confusion. So what is your speech? What is your narrative? What is your coming out story? Put it in the comments. Write a blurb for me. If this was your life story, the back of your book, or even the title on the front of your book, tell me. Tell me the intro to your life story. Tell me the intro to your lesbian journey. Who are you and how did you get here and how did you find yourself? Because that's what helps you find your way every day beyond this. I was really challenged for a long time when I started speaking on non-binary and coming out as non-binary. Challenged for a long time because I was still saying I'm her. I'm not going anywhere. I'm her. But I believe in the I believe. How can I not believe? I speak to spirit all the time. I do mediumship all the time. I'm connecting with masculine and feminine energies from all over the place. I'm connecting with spirit. I'm not going to ignore when a masculine spirit comes close to me or a feminine spirit comes close to me. I'm not going to discredit it. And I'm not going to act confused about what it means to channel and be a conduit for energy. So we have to speak our narratives into existence and find the labels that suit us, like demisexual for me, for saposexual for me. Important labels that just ground who I am. I know what I like, I know what I want, and I know where I'm going with it. And I'm sorry if it doesn't fit into your category, guys. And I'm sorry if I can't make it to your Coven Scissor Sister Club. I'm sorry that I can't get a membership. And if you don't want to be my friend because I don't want to scissor you on the weekends, I'm so sorry. Do you get what I mean? So much more to discuss. We're going to do more lesbian readings because I've got more to get off my chest about expectations of the feminine as well, on masculines, even straight females, and their expectation of a man to behave in a specific masculine way, demanding sex all the time from the masculine because the masculine is presenting more feminine. Sometimes we're in relationships where the female is more masculine and the man is more feminine, and his approach to sex is more demisexual or saposexual instead of a physical drive. And there are a high level of new age wave lesbians that are riding forward on the feminism train that only really care about the masturbation, the sexual fulfillment, the orgy of it all, the wild sex, the stories they can tell, the notches on the bedpost, and it becomes a fad and a trend and less of an authentic understanding of it. And I mean, we all go through experimental phases, but there should be more integrity, honesty, modesty, grace, perspective. I mean, we can go all day, but I would like to hear your opinions and your perspectives, and I would like to hear your coming out speech or story. Yeah? Put it in the comments. Share more. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling about this today, and go and kick ass. Keep being you. Love and light.